Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is the actual collapse and problems of the bidenomic economics. Mostly because, it doesn't seem to go too well when, he has to constantly lie about how everybody is feeling at home, saying there's plenty of food on the table, everybody's loaded with money, when that doesn't seem to be the case, because every time we go back into anything that's related to, people making money, or flow going up, or we end up finding out that it's just not the case. People are struggling. People are hard to make ends meet. Let's talk about the poverty that's happening in California and all these other places. Even though California can be kind of an outlier outside of it, because California has always been a rotten sewer pit. But what we have here is that workers fury as thousands lose their jobs after Red Lobster immediately shutters more than 50 outlets across America without warning. Red Lobster across the country are up in arms after the seafood restaurant shuttered more than 50 outlets across with no warning, leaving them jobless with no notice. The chain has temporarily closed locations in Buffalo, Orlando, Jacksonville, and other cities, and is auctioning off kitchen equipment and furniture, according to CNN. The brand is reportedly eyeing up a possible Chapter 11 filing to restructure its debt, allowing it to discard long-term contracts and renegotiate new leases. It has also left its workers in a scramble to find employment, with many Red Lobster staff claiming they were laid off with no warning. One TikToker posted a stitched video that started with her talking through her day, working at Lobster on Mother's Day, before she complained about being laid off. And some of these people are saying, Red Lobster laid me off this morning. Red Lobster just laid all of us without notice and closed for good. And I'm trying so hard to put on a smile right now. I feel like I could break at any moment. What the heck is the life going to look like? What Red Lobster did in New York is illegal. They closed their doors with no warning, so now we are unemployed. Life is kicking my ass. Well, here's the thing here. What we have here in reality is that these people they probably do realize the actual problem with bidenomics, as we're seeing here kind of go up in fruition, right? Like where people are actually legitimately suffering and all this stuff. And this is the reason why I cannot stand the Biden administration a lot too, is because they have to constantly lie to the American people over and over again to try to justify that they're doing great, that they're doing good, nothing is wrong, but in reality, there is something wrong. And you know what one of the key points here of, what is going on in the country, what's going on, is that China does the exact same thing. Their dictator, their leader, lies to their people constantly, tries to remove information from people so he can control them a lot easier. That's the thing. And when you have this type of stuff going on here in China, and where you're seeing similar things that is happening to our government, it goes to show that maybe our president is not exactly, the best person for the job. Maybe he might just be like Xi Jinping, or whatever you want to call his stupid rat name, all this stuff here, right? Because obviously, things are not going well here. People are really feeling the pressure, and Biden has to go out and lie to people. So, again, what we have here is that the fear comes after the company last year reported record losses of $11 million, which is CFO partly blamed on this unlimited shrimp deal. The chain, which started as a single restaurant in Lakeland, Florida in 1968, has around 650 locations across almost all states. It's famous for its cheese-flavored biscuits. News of the bankruptcy was first reported by Bloomberg, which said the restaurant chain is taking advice from the law firm King and Spalding. So, yeah, it is not doing good. It is definitely crumbling here. And what we have here is from Red Lobster is closing nearly 50 restaurants. Here's where they're located. And some of the places that are actually losing the places here is in Alabama, California, which is about 5 locations, my apologies. Colorado, which is 4. Florida, which is another 5. Georgia, which is 3. Idaho, 1. Illinois is 2. Indiana is 2. Iowa is 2. Maryland is 4. Michigan is 1. Mississippi is 1. New York is 3. New Jersey is 1. North Dakota is 1. Oklahoma is 1. South Carolina is 1. Texas is 3. Virginia is 3, Washington State is 1, and Wisconsin is 2. So as you can see here, these are not great, and it's a huge problem. Well, we have more on the issue. We have wholesale prices rose 0.5% in April, more than expected. So what we're having here is that things are bad. Things are not looking good, and this is going to be increased. It's going to stack. It's going to keep on moving up, and if this keeps on ongoing, we're going to have a huge, huge crisis on our hands here, right? So I think the matter of the fact is that we're going to have to look on the actual reality on where people are actually struggling here, and I think what's going to happen is this is going to be a hurt bite in the long term, just because of the fact that people are not making ends meet. People are struggling. People are seeing things just collapse around them, and they have to do something, because you can't lie forever. And it says the producer price index, a measure of what procedures receive for the goods they produce, increased 0.5% in April and was up 2.2% on a 12-month basis, the biggest gain in a year. The core PPI also rose 0.5% compared to with a 0.2 points Dow Jones estimate. And services prices boosted the wholesale inflation reading, climbing 0.6% and accounting for about 3/4 of the headline gain. So yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And this is part of the reason why people, again, which has a chain reaction of the fast food industry having an issue. Now, again, this hasn't really, it has an effect, right? Because obviously prices and everything is going up, but the fast food chains are not making any more money. They're just kind of making the same. And now, since California had to raise the prices to $20 an hour, as we can tell, they were trying to make the minimum wage across everywhere $25 an hour, which is going to have a horrible problem in the state. It's just all having a chain reaction, and people are having a huge issue with this. So, yeah, guys, prepare for some very tough times. Hopefully you're saving. Hopefully you're not struggling as the rest of the people are, but this just seems to be the reality. Alright guys, that's this video. Like and share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, 'cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.